Hi guys, it's Talon here with episode 3 of the tutorial series on creating scenarios. Now, I'm just going to cover headboards really quick, because this is one that I've been messing around with myself recently. I'm going to show you how to do it on the castle class. Now, this will be very similar with other ones like the clan class, 7Fs, anything that says, in fact, I'll show you really quickly. If we go on to the store, we're on the store already. If we have a look at the castle class, it actually tells us in the description here switchable headboards and coach boards. Now, it's very easy when you know how. How we do it is we go on to library. I need to remember this myself now. We'll scroll down to Train Simulator. You can do this another way, but this is just the way I'll show you. Right click, Properties. So I'll drag that across so you can see it. There we go. Local files, we'll browse the local files. Now, when this comes up, you'll see that one of them is manuals. Now, English, or whichever language you prefer. The castle, this is how many manuals I've got, but we'll look at the castle class one, which is castle manual, and it'll load this in. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Now, it's going to tell us some interesting things down here, which is number one, it can do lots of different lamp codes for various types. For example, Class C, parcels, fish, livestock. Class G, light engine. The one that we're interested in is Class A, express passenger. So keep that in mind. Class A. We keep going. These are the headboards. Now, the one that I did the other day, in fact, I've done a few. I've done the Torbay Express, I've done the Mayflower as well. Full scenarios, which are on my Steam Workshop. For this scenario, let's do a Torbay Express, which you'll see. We'll be starting at Kingswear, so that's going to be the up. Up is heading towards London, down's away from it, so that's going to be number 2. Keep that in mind, number 2 and A. 2A, right? I'm going to leave this for a moment. So let's load into the game. I should have it up already. There. Now this is going to be a simple little creation of a castle scenario, just showing you how to add a headboard to it. So we'll build scenario. We're going to be using the Kingswear route. Riviera line in the 50s. New scenario. And this is going to be... What should we do? What did we say we were doing? Torbay Express, wasn't it? I can't remember. Torbay Express up, which is number 2. Right, so we'll call this Torbay Express. Standard scenario. We're going to be starting at Kingswear. Create. And wait for it to load in. Now, there are certain trains that have got a different method that I still haven't worked out yet. Best case in point are the Western Hydraulics. They have got a really weird headboard system that I still can't fathom how to put them into a scenario. I can do them when I'm actually driving the train, but this one will actually build you a scenario where when you start the scenario off, you'll be in that particular named train. And it's very clever. Very clever. So, the scenario for the Mayflower and the Torbay Express I created for Steam on my workshop already. They go from Kingswear to Exeter in their appropriate trains with plenty of traffic coming the other way. I won't be going that in depth in this tutorial, but what we're going to be doing is a simple one. Now, let's just have a nice look at the platform there. A nice view of it. There we go. If we were to choose one of these castles, it won't work, because they're just the basic castles that came with Kingswear route. What we need to do is go on to... Sorry, what I will do to begin with, do remember this, is fill in your description, fill in your briefing, there's the author. I won't bother because I'm not publishing this. If you want to set a certain time, now is the time to do it. This is going to be a 2 o'clock in the afternoon one, so let's always do it 2 minutes before, so that's 13:58. Clear summer, that's absolutely fine. Right, that's dealt with. We want to add the DLC castles, so object set filter. Over to the right now. We will find the castles. You'll see there's various packs. Now, what the DLC does is adds, I'm pretty sure it's pack 5, but we'll go click, click, click. That's going to add all of the DLC castles now. And what you'll see is under consists, we will now have these ones here. Now, it'll work with early. The ones that I tend to use, the late BR, we'll grab him with 12 coaches, 7 coaches would be nice for this. So we'll plonk him on the platform. There. Now, it's given us, at random, Kingswear Castle, isn't it ironic? Right, 5015. If there was a particular castle in the DLC you wanted, let's go back to it again. Let's say, for example, I really wanted, that would be a nice one, a big got, right. Let's say that I really wanted Spitfire, 5071. You see here, it's got the code for it, 5071G asterisk hash OG, or 0G that is, right. I don't know if this will copy and paste, it might do, we can try it. Let's try it, right. Copy, will be easier if it does, to be fair. But there's the code to make that Spitfire. Now if we double click that engine on the right hand side here, it comes up with this. That's the code for Kingswear Castle. No, it won't. Okay, so I'm going to have to remember this. Right. 5071G asterisk hash. 5071G asterisk hash. 5071G asterisk hash 0G. If we click off of that, that will now turn that into 5071 Spitfire. So, how do we turn that into the Torbay Express? That is just as simple. If we go back to the manual again. Now, do you remember that we said Torbay Express up was number 2, Express Lights, which are the 2 at the front here, is A. So that means we need to make it 2A. So double click him again. These last 2 digits on here, we need to make 2A bump. Now it won't show it yet. What we're going to do is just give him a little instruction just to get the scenario started. So he's got a driver, timetable. Again, it's going to be so simple, this one, that I won't actually bother. We'll just say he's going to, we just need to give him some sort of instruction. We'll say he's going to Brixham platform, end up Brixham platform. It's not really much of a Torbay Express, but we won't be driving this. And under that, we need to, of course, make sure that that's clicked because it's a player train. I've shown you how to do the actual instructions for a proper passenger train if you want to create your own one. This is just to mean that we can actually drive this route. Now, that's Spitfire, that's the train that we want. When we click play, save changes, yep. When we click play, it'll take ages to load. You will notice, miraculously, that has now changed into the Torbay Express, complete with every single carriage having the Torbay Express carriage. Isn't that neat? Now, similarly, if we went back onto editor, Control E brings up this scenario editor. Yup. Let's say we wanted, sorry, we'll get back onto the editor first. Let's say we wanted one of the other named trains. Pick one at random. Let's think. Let's say we wanted the... Now if you wanted different lights, for example, on the front of one, that last one where I've done to A, if you made it H, it would have those lights. If you made it G, it would have that light. Let's say we wanted it as the, I don't know, the Cathedrals Express. That would be A. So, back onto this. Zoom over to our train. Double click him. That one there Instead of 2, we'll make that A. Let's say we wanted slightly different lights. I can't remember what any of them are off the top of my head, but let's make that D. Now when we play it, save changes. I'll wait 3 hours for it to load. By absolute miracle, he has now become the Cathedral Express, complete with the carriages too. That is how you incorporate the headboards into the scenario system. Now similarly, if we click on this, it'll tell us what the instructions are. The ones that I've done for the Steam Workshop, so far I've done the Torbay Express and the Mayflower, from Kingswood as far as Exeter, and it says on there what you need to do. If you want to do the Bristolian, if you want to do one of the other ones, that's how you do it. So it's as simple as that. Hope that's helped. And yeah, that's the headboard tutorial. So yeah.